Good afternoon. So we are end of the national movement and Gandhiji, that is 1915 to 1934. The new concept we had started. So already we are end of the topic. So that is a round table conference. So before I come to an end of the lesson topic. So once again we will go back to the lesson. So in the beginning we started with the Gandhiji and the national movement. So Gandhiji, some of the methods we had talked. Then we talked regarding Gandhiji's two launch of national movement. One was non-cooperation movement, where we discussed about the causes for the launch of non-cooperation movement. That will be Jallianwala Bagh tragedy and Rowlatt Act and Khilafat movement. Then we discussed non-cooperation movement, its programs and plans. And as you all know, because of Chauri Chaura incident in 1922, the non-cooperation movement was suspended. So after the suspension of non-cooperation movement, the Swaraj Party was started in order to continue the national movement by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, in 1923. And after the Gandhiji's arrival in 1928, that is after the arrest of Chauri Chaura incident of 60 years, so he came back to India, and 1927 the Swaraj Party gets declined due to the death of C.R. Das. Okay, and after that 1930 1930 the second national movement of Gandhiji, that was civil disobedience movement, was launched by Gandhiji in 1930, keeping the reasons like Simon Commission and declaration of Purna Swaraj. Okay, keeping the two causes. So civil disobedience movement was launched in 1930, and the first success which they seen was, that is salt law. Okay, the break of salt law. So through the Dandi March. Okay, then after that, as you all know, after the breaking of the Dandi March, once again Gandhiji was arrested and he was taken to the prison. Already I said the Simon Commission when I started to talk. So I had said to you, the Simon Commission was started, or Simon Commission came to India to give a next act for next 10 years. Now already we are in 1930. Okay, already we are in 1930. The no act is given to us. Whatever the act comes, the India started to protest against it. Okay, or whatever the act they make it, the Indians were not agreeing for that. So for that purpose only, British government thought, okay, to arrange a round table conference. Okay, so like that, keeping that give a new constitutional reforms to India for next 10 years. So British government planned a three round table conference after Dandi March. Okay, after Dandi March, three round table conference was planned. Okay, the British government convicted three sessions. Okay, conducted three meetings. That meetings is nothing but round table conference. And this three round table conference was arranged by a person who is called as Lord Irwin. Okay, so in today's class we will be seeing all three round table conference. So one by one we will see. First round table conference, so held in 1930. The conference held in London. The main aim of the conference was to give a constitutional reform for next 10 years. Okay, that was the main aim. Okay, and the conference, Lord Irwin invited, majorly he invited, or he called all the Indians, major leaders, and as well as major different the political parties, or which are the groups are there. So everybody is asked to take part in this particular conference, that is in first round table conference. So all took part in the conference except INC. Okay, so INC did not take part in the conference. Okay, the reason why the INC did not take part in the conference means because after 30 March, so Gandhiji was arrested for breaking the SALT and he was in the prison. Okay, since Gandhiji was a leader of INC and he was representing our country, so since Gandhiji was not there, since he was in the prison, so that is the reason. So what happened? So Gandhiji did not take part in the conference, or Gandhiji's presence was not there in the INC. So no INC leaders took part in the, first roundtable conference. Okay, the conference took place. Other political parties all started to present there, but INC was not there. The main is INC should be there. Gandhiji's presence was very much required for the first roundtable conference. So that is the reason. So Lord Irwin, so he thought of, without the presence of the INC, having a conference and coming out with a constitutional reform is, null, or it cannot be accepted. So that is the reason. So Lord Irwin, so what he plans, he decides INC to take part in the conference. But INC said no. So Gandhiji is in prison, so I cannot, INC leaders will not take part in the, first roundtable conference. So keeping that in the mind, so Lord Irwin, what he did, he visited Gandhiji, who was there in the prison. So Lord Irwin went to, the prison. He met Gandhiji, and he said that in order to make a constitutional reforms, your presence is needed in the conference. So he invited him to join. So when he invited him to join, so Gandhiji put before him certain demands. Okay, that demands were known as Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Okay, the Gandhi-Irwin Pact, which was signed between the Gandhiji and Lord Irwin on 4th March 1931, which is known as, Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Okay, the pact was signed between Lord Irwin and the Gandhiji. What were the certain conditions which was given by Gandhiji? Okay, what are its conditions? Okay, so if you see, the first and foremost condition was withdraw all cases. Whatever cases is filed on Gandhiji, everything should be withdrawn. Okay, this is the first demand which Gandhiji put before Lord Irwin. To which Lord Irwin has to say yes. He cannot say no. So he said yes. Then release all political prisoners. Okay, release all political prisoners. Only those who made or those who had a quality of non-violence, but not the violence. People who created a violence, you need not release them. That's the quality of violence. Only the political prisoners who created who had a quality of non-violence. To which he said yes. Then restore all the properties of Satyagrahis. Whatever the properties were seized at the time of national movement from the leaders, everything should be given back to the particular leaders. To which he said yes. And the very important that was, permit free manufacture of salt. People, those who are there nearby sea coast. Okay, free collection of tax or salt, or free manufacture of salt. Only to the people, those who are there close by near the sea coast. Okay, so these were the 4 demands which was Gandhiji put before Lord Irwin to take part in the second roundtable conference. To which Lord Irwin said yes, and finally everything was all these were not fulfilled, but free manufacture of salt. Okay, free manufacture of salt for the people, those who are there near the sea coast. So that permission was completely granted. Okay, so that's the one aspect which we are having. So agreeing for all these particular terms and conditions, so second roundtable conference takes up. So second roundtable conference takes up in 1931. So this conference also was conducted in London, and Gandhiji took part in the conference. Okay, Gandhiji has taken part in the conference, and other groups like Muslim League, Sikhism group, Christianity group, then King's group, and planters. Planters are nothing but private owners or business class people. Such people, everybody has taken part in this conference, and conference started. So conference took place. So all started to discuss, and Gandhiji also given a chance to speak. So when Gandhiji was given a chance to speak, so Gandhiji demanded fully responsible India for government for India. Okay. So when this fully responsible India government or Indian government for India, where the demand was asked. So all these people were shocked. Okay, fully responsible Indian government for India. That means it indicates what? Okay, so it was a lot of confusion to the people who all took part in from the on behalf of India. That is Muslim League, can be Sikhism or Christianity, or who different kings and owners. Okay, so since this was demand of Gandhiji, fully responsible Indian government for India, so that made all the different groups also to demand their own separate demand or separate claims, which made the disappointment of Gandhiji, and Gandhiji comes out of the conference. The reason why he comes means separate claims. All started asking for their own demands. Okay, and the disagreement with Gandhiji's demands. Okay, and communal representation. Okay, communal representation. They are all agreed for a communal representation. Okay, where the same religion people will vote for the same personality. Okay, so when all these things were made, so even second roundtable conference also got failed. Okay, so if you see that after second roundtable conference, British got angry and they called INC was declared as an illegal organization by a British government. The illegal organization, not recognized political party in India. Okay, so from 1885 onwards, INC is been present in India. All of a sudden, British got angry on INC and Gandhiji, so they expressed it. Okay, and from 1932 onwards, official communal award was made in India. That means three categories of groups people started to exist. One is Hinduism people, Islamic people, and Harijanas. Okay, this is nothing but official communal award. Okay, British government passed this official communal award. That means in India there are three categories of people, so three groups. Okay, one is Hinduism, Harijanas, and the Muslim. Okay, so when this was made, so when INC was declared as an illegal organization, so Gandhiji renewed the civil disobedience movement once again in 1932. So Gandhiji renewed the civil disobedience movement, and so Gandhiji comes to a conclusion that it is a time where we have to fight against the British. But in India, we are having three groups, so which Gandhiji wanted to break it. He wanted to present it as one group. Okay, but three groups when it was there, so Gandhiji could not make compromise with the Muslim groups. So instead of that, so the Harijanas group, which was led by the greatest person, so that's Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So he goes to Pune and he met Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he spoke the problems of what is happening under the British government, and Ambedkar also agreed for an agreement. So that was the agreement in 1932, which was signed between Gandhiji and Ambedkar. So according to agreement, replaced a system of separate electorate. That means in India from 1932 onwards, there won't be a group called Harijanas. Okay, where there won't be a separate electorate for an Harijanas. Okay, Harijanas, Hinduism, they are same group. Okay, that representation. Second one is once we receive an independence, the reservation of seats for an Harijanas should be given. Okay, so that is the terms and conditions. So based on this condition, so Pune Pact was signed between Gandhiji and between the Ambedkar. So that's about the first roundtable conference, second roundtable conference, so which we are having it. So next we will go with the third roundtable conference. So the last we are having, so that is the third roundtable conference. Okay, so it was held in 1932 in London. INC boycotted, but even though INC boycotted, so British people did not stop the conference, so they continued the conference. Finally in 1935, so the conference came out with a new act for India, so which the act is known as the Government of Indian Act of 1935, which was consisting of 32 sections and the 10 schedules, a very big the act which was given to us by British. even when constitution, when it was framed by Ambedkar, so he has referred this, the last act which was given by, British, that is Act of 1935. This is the last act which was passed by the British government. In that, just I have taken here few the aspects. So that is, the act says, so diarchy system of government. So in India, the two government will be there. So we don't know whether it will be a separate government for Islamic, a separate government for Hindus, or it is like presence of British and presence of an Indian government. So, but diarchy system of government will be there from 1935 onwards. Then exist of federal court. Okay, two types of judicial system will be there in India. Okay, separately for an Indian as well as to the British. Then universal alert franchise system will be extended. The voting right. Okay, so that will be extended to the age. Then advisory board was introduced in India. Okay, a new board of advisory board in order to look after the administration. Okay, so for that purpose, one more committee was introduced, advisory board committee. Okay, that is the one aspect which we are having. So finally, the three roundtable conference, so it was given by British people, so got failed. In India. Okay, so after three roundtable conference, so we are having the directly towards independence. Gandhiji's towards independence fight we are having it. So that we will see in the next chapter. So here we end Gandhiji's 1915 to 1935. By the Government of Indian Act. So the national movement of civil disobedience and non-cooperation movement comes to a conclusion. And next class we will go with the remaining the last lesson of the Indian national movement. So that will be towards independence. Okay, where we will have how we got independence. So that we will come to know. So till here you can go through it, and by today evening, that is by almost by 7 o'clock. So I want these lesson notes to be sent to my WhatsApp number. Okay, without fail. Okay, no late submissions should have. So please go through once again, and next class we will go with the new lesson. So that will be towards independence. So without fail, by 7 today, 7 p.m. by today, the notes has to be sent to my WhatsApp number, everybody, without fail. Okay, that is the thing which I want to say. Then next class, so we will go with the new lesson. So that will be towards independence. Thank you.